open. I want to criticize my city like my skin. It's so pretty if you don't like it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Tina, and I'm back with another video. What's up, choose? You feel me? So today's episode, video, vlog, whatever you want to call it. I'm so excited about talking about this. Because I was really thinking about it today, and I was like, you know what, Holy Spirit just led me to talk about this topic, which I feel very passionate about, because as the quote says, if I knew, I wish somebody would have told me. Now you pass on the information. Okay? So in this video, I don't want no one to feel judged or feel like they're in like a wrong place, or feel as though like they shouldn't be in a certain position in their life. Like, not everybody chooses the type of circumstances that they are around. Like, not everybody was sheltered, as a high school kid, a middle school kid. But if you were, that's fine. Like, you learn and you grow from that, and that's just part of your experience as a human being, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I just wanted to put that out there before I make this video. So today I really want to talk about, before you go to college, freshman, sis, or bro, I want to let you know, if you come from a sheltered family or a sheltered environment, it doesn't even have to be like the most extreme sheltered, because there's extreme cases, and if you're in this case, that's fine too. Nothing wrong with that. But whatever level you are in, like a sheltered space, family that you come from, you're gonna have to know a couple of tips before you get on that bus ticket or that plane ticket to college. And I commend you. I'm so happy that you chose to do a dorm, like a go away college. It's actually gonna be the best decision that you do, God willing. And without that experience, like for me, I wouldn't have been the same person I am now, like post grad right now. So what you're doing is a very brave thing, and I'm sure you're very excited or you're very scared. Like for me, I was very excited because I needed to break free. You feel me? So I just really commend you that you're doing that, and you're doing an amazing step. And you might think that it won't be too much of a drastic change, but it really will be. Throughout your whole 4 years or more, you will have become a whole completely different person than you would even fathom, and you would probably think you'll be that person a little bit later, but it's gonna come really fast. So I just want to commend you again. Feel me? And what I want to go into about when you first land and getting into that, let's just talk about me. Before I applied to college, I lived in a sheltered home and a sheltered environment. And not only even that, I also had less family members that I was always interacting with. So most families, they have like 5 plus or something like that, but I come from a small family. Even though my family, like back home, like in Burkina Faso, is a lot of people, like in where I am, like this certain city borough I'm in, like we're not around like so many Burkinabés or so many like family members. It's just a couple or two. And also based on the personality of your family, not everybody family like willing to go out and go to all the outings. So that actually doesn't expose you to more things about life or more different types of people. So for me, it was like my family didn't really like all that, chit chattiness, and they were very like, to themselves, which is not a problem. Like, I feel like to an extent you need to be that way in order to, have your privacy in life and stuff like that. But sometimes like you don't want to go too overboard, because then you're not really communicating with a lot of different people, and you want your kids to communicate. This ain't a sub, but I'm just saying, because family members gonna watch this. I don't want them to go chit chat. So that experience for me, it was like I wasn't exposed to so many things that my peers were exposed to freshman year. Even just like basic things. But the thing is, I wasn't too sheltered in a point where it was just like you can't go nowhere. It wasn't like too extreme in that point, but my limitations were based on like the less interaction we had with like family gatherings or inviting people over to the house, you know? It was just like a known thing that the house was just, you know, always quiet, you know? So that's fine and dandy. I appreciate that now, like growing up, because it really made me this person who can really look into things in a different way than other people, you know? So basically, like that experience for me, like I have some experience like going to a party or two before I was saved, like with my cousins and stuff like that. But we weren't too close either. So that's another thing. Like I had some cousins around me, but we weren't too close either, and everything was far away from where I lived with my family. So that's another thing, distance. So I had some interaction with like, you know, that, and also I went to high school, duh. But in high school I was very reserved. And I was reserved because I come from a sheltered home, you know. But I was still me. I was still like doing Tina things. I just wasn't as outspoken and confident in my personality, because I would question it a lot due to bullying that I had in middle school because of my dark skin and etc. So that's my shelter like process, if that makes sense. But in high school I played a sport and that's how I interacted with people. But other than me in that sport and softball, why am I like coding it or something? I used to play softball. Other than that, like I wouldn't interact with like other people in high school too much. So it was like the softball was kind of like my cuddling tool for like social engagement. But beside the softball, I only talked to like one person outside of high school, you know, and it was just like my whole 4 years of high school, it was only like me. The people who really knew me was the softball team and there's one person. So it's like I wasn't too open to knowing or going out with other people in high school and stuff like that. And plus, like, I was reserved and wait, like that would hide my personality. So it was just like no one really knew who Tina was, you know? Anywho, so that was my whole shelter experience before I went to college. So I'm mad excited. I'm like, I'm going away. Yes. You know, like I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm about to be this whole new different person. Like I knew that, you know. I was like, it's gonna be amazing. I know right from wrong. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm a good girl. I'm gonna be just fine. Like there's nothing that's going to go that wrong. Like I know right from wrong. I'm gonna be able to navigate everything, you know. I'm just so excited, you know. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos about college vlogs and, you know, going away for college and stuff like that, tips and tools, which supplies you needed to bring, all this stuff on YouTube. Like I was just searching all those stuff. What I really needed to search was self-improvement videos, okay? Like, and that's an advice for you right now. Yes, watch the college vlog videos, watch all of those videos, but sis or bro, you need to watch some self-improvement, self-help videos, because while I was in high school, I didn't read no self-help books or anything like that. And I also wasn't a strong believer as well. So you're gonna need to really tap into the word of God, and um you're gonna have to just know more things about life in general apart from college stuff, because it will all come together. In my mind, I was just focusing on the college stuff. All I need to know is the college stuff, but the life stuff, your spirituality, your relationship with Jesus, all of that, your relationship with God, all of that, it counts big time. Like big time. Your discernment, everything with the college stuff. So what I did was like, I just thought that that's all just gonna come together. Like when I go to college, everything is just gonna come together. No, you have to work on that. And I didn't realize how many people, like when I came into college, knew so much. Like, it was literally like, it's not that I wasn't book smart, you know, because most people who come from sheltered families are book smart. We're natural, like, because we just focus on the education aspect of us improving ourselves. That's what tends to happen, you know. So for us, it's like, if you were sheltered and you wasn't rebellious, that's what I mean to say. If you were sheltered and wasn't rebellious, that's mostly what you focused on. And we focus so much on that, like being serious about our education. We didn't focus too much. I didn't focus too much on the other aspects, and I would think the other aspects would come naturally, just like out of the blue. But you have to work on it, you know. So you're not gonna get it all in one day. I'm not saying read 5 self-help books. Read the Bible all day if you can, you know, it'll help you. But I'm not telling you that you're gonna know it all in like a couple of days before your flight or your bus ticket in August, you know. But I'm saying, also take note that you have a lot to work on, because for me, I didn't take note of that. I was thinking that it would be like one or two, three things that I need to work on. I would be like, oh, I'm just gonna be less shy, you know, and that happens gradually. Yes, it does. But with that, you have to monitor that, because it can become a whole big thing that goes left, and you're like, where am I in this situation? So y'all probably like, dang, like, I know it's something for you to realize that the magnitude of what you're gonna come into. You're gonna be in a new environment. Not only a new environment where you're gonna, you know, take classes and etc. You're interacting with a plethora of people. People that you never interacted with in high school on a more closer level. The thing about college is, like, when you dorm and stuff, your parents ain't there, nobody there. Anybody could come in and out your room because your roommate invited someone or anything. And it doesn't even have to be sexual. I just mean, like, she just met a new friend in science class, and, you know, y'all just popping, talking a lot. You know, it's just so many different things going on. And freshman year, like, it's very cliquish. Like, as soon as you meet people, people want to know, people just pour into you, and it's gonna be a lot for someone who comes from shelteredness, because when you're in high school, people don't just come up to you and just pour into you, you know. But when you're in college, that happens a lot, because we're all in a new environment, and some of these people have so many, like, experiences and just different levels of, like, knowing things that you might not know, and it's just gonna come all full force on you, and you're gonna have a lot of digesting. Like, after a couple of conversations, a lot of digestion, because these people are not just going to talk to you one time and you're not gonna see them again until next year or next semester. Like, no, like, you're gonna see these people around all the time. Like, you know, I think I'm coming from a minority experience as well. So because if you go to a PWI institute, but for someone, you know, who went to a PWI, even if I went to a HBCU, it would still be a whole big thing. But in general, like, the people that you are around, you're going to just be seeing them a lot. They're not gonna just tell you the basic level of who you are, who they are. It's gonna just be more exuded out, because y'all all living together, essentially. Even if you're not dorming with these people, you're living together, as, like, you're living together with your peers and some adults. Like, that's really what it is. So it's going to be totally different, you know, and you have to be ready to take that as well. Like, I'm not saying you just be full force, but know what you know what you don't know, and know what you need to improve on. That's the three things I would really help you stand by. Because if you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what you know, then you don't know who you are entirely. And that is dangerous. Like, it's going to be dangerous if you walk in that campus not knowing at least you don't have to know the entirely everything about yourself, because who am I to say that? We still learning and growing about ourselves every day. But you need to at least know some of the basics, and you should talk to God about that, have a conversation. before you pop out of university and there's people telling you who you are and who you need to be, from counselors, peers, to the janitor, shoot, to anybody in that campus. So I would really suggest that you as an individual in this summer, or honestly, you could do a lot in a little time when it comes to those three things. Don't think that you need like a whole year. You can do a lot with learning just the basics about yourself as a sheltered person. So as a sheltered person, I would say go to your go to someone who knows you outside of your family and talk to them. Someone you think that has a little bit more experience. I would say go, towards someone with a who has like the same type of spirituality as you, so you don't feel like steered away. But as a sheltered person, you need to talk to someone who can see from the outside what you need to work on. And that might not be your parents or anybody living in your shelter family, because they might not tell you nothing. Honestly, they don't think nothing going on wrong, really, half of the time. So not to say you're something going wrong with you, but to like their perspective, you're so used to their perspective because we come from this sheltered space. So you need to go to someone that you're not used to, talk with them, talk to God, pray about it, read your Bible, conversate. I'm not saying to go to people and say, tell me who I am. That's definitely, you never do that. Never do that. You just have conversations with them and about yourself and how you make them feel. That could be a question, you know. But you don't have to ask them who you think you are. Don't do that. That's the dangerous part, actually. You gotta go to God for that. But do that before you walk into a campus, because it's very important. It's very vital for you to know what you don't know what you know, and know what you need to improve on. So if I knew those three things before I walked into these college campuses, I would have avoided a lot of heartbreak. Okay? A lot of heartbreak. And it's not to say that you're not smart enough to pick it up. You are. That's exactly why I'm telling you, you just need the basics. You don't need to know everything, because you're going to go over there and learn a lot of things about yourself that you didn't know. Before I went to college, I used to think because I grew up in this more sheltered environment that I wasn't a people person. That was so wrong. So I'm very much a people person. So all of those things, like you're just gonna redirect your mind, because you're not used to having people with different perspectives just come out and be like, oh, I noticed this about you, and I noticed that about you. Or you yourself just be like, dang, like I'm just in a new space. Like where you call home, just even the influence of your roommate, everything. When you're in new different environments, you can evaluate yourself more. And that could be either scary or exciting. So when you're in a new environment, you're going to really know if you're truly a happy person, if you're a sad person, or if you're any type of person. But you're really going to know, like, if you have this sadness about yourself or this happiness about yourself inside, like with the joy within you, when you're in different environments. Because when you're so used to that sheltered environment, or the place where you've been living all your life, or people you've been around all your life, you can't really tell the difference until you move somewhere different. So that's also going to be something that you have to take note of mentally. And that's not what the college vlogs be telling you, okay? They be telling you about how hard the classes are and stuff, which is true. But they don't be telling you about your mental psyche and your spirituality and the type of breakthroughs that you might go through. So know those three things. It's very important. What you don't know, what you do know, what you need to improve on. I knew I needed to improve on being more open, but it was more deeper than that. I need to improve on also being more confident in certain areas. The things I didn't know what I didn't know. before I went to college, which was an issue, you know, because now you in a conversation with people and you chatting it up, thinking you know what you don't know, and you're looking like a fool, like, you know, and it's okay. We're freshmen. I mean, y'all freshmen, not me. I'm the. But y'all freshmen, y'all sophomores, you know, I'm not telling you you're gonna have to be perfect, like, you know, in every phase of your life. That's not what I'm saying. But it's good to know what you don't know, so you don't do things or you speak on things that you have no that you have no clue doing, like that you have no, you're not supposed to do it. Okay, don't do it. Like, you know. So save yourself the heartbreak. I'm telling you. From taking advice from wrong people. Save yourself the heartbreak. Because you come from the shelter environment, there will be some people trying to say all these things. It will be the opinion level will be very high, higher than you are used to, because it's not too high where you usually are, where you usually come from. So that level, you're gonna have to know how to weed those out, and that's gonna come with patience and time. But as long as you're aware of it, you will be fine. I wasn't aware of it, which is why that we thank the Lord now. You know what I'm saying? We really thank the Lord. But I wasn't so much aware of what I didn't know. So when those opinion levels were so high, I'm talking about from grown adults to your peers, your roommates, everything. It was too much. It was too much for me to handle. And I was like, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is normal right now, you know? No. Be aware of it. You know, that's all I'm asking or advising y'all to be. Just be aware of that. And once you're aware, you'll be fine. You'll know how to organize your thoughts, what God is telling you, and what all these other people trying to tell you. Okay? So that is what is very important. Also, because you're freshmen, you are also fresh meat, you know? So really, I know that's something that people talk about a lot, but girl or guy, whoever's watching this, not everybody is for you. Yes, you made it to college, and I'm shouting out to my first generation right now. You made it to college. You got all these dreams. People are not going to be for you. I'm telling you. There will be people who are rooting for you, like literally as soon as you step out that door. But there will be people who are secretly wanting to tear you down. Your dreams will be too big for them. For them. Okay? Your dream will be too big for them, not for you. Make sure you remember that. Please. Do not, you cannot tell everybody what you're gonna do, and you will learn that throughout college. And honestly, as a freshman, it's hard for you to discern that. It might be hard, like if you come for a sheltered environment, for you to discern that. But it will come as long as you're aware. You hearing me say this is helping you 100%. As long as you are aware. I was not aware. I'm telling you this because nobody told me. Okay, so that's another thing. As long as you are aware, you will be fine. Because if you make mistakes, at least you know where the mistake is coming from and you can solve it. You know? So that's the best part. You just need the tools and you could just go off and fly away. You know, make your errors, fail big time, succeed big time. That's how it is, you know? So as long as you're aware. I just want to let you know. So yeah, I'm gonna double back to me a little bit, but yeah, I was gullible, you know, and it's fine. It's fine. We all start at different levels in life, and some of us, even after this stage, we could be non-gullible or just a whole different person in like a couple of years. You know, everybody's pace is different. Just know that people will know by the way you, I don't know, by the way you interact with people, by the way you come off as a freshman, a sheltered freshman, people will know. And that's something I wasn't aware of either. And I'm letting you know that, sheltered. My sheltered honeybee, you know? I'm letting you know that people will be very aware of that. Well, some people who are not sheltered, people who are extremely not sheltered coming in as a freshman will know that you were sheltered as a freshman just by their interactions with you. You know why? Because they have a lot of life experience in, you know, socializing and all these life experiences. Not that you don't, because you could be sheltered and know about life. I'm not telling you that you don't, but I'm saying they have more interaction. So if you have more interaction, you can just spot out who hasn't had that much interaction. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that also, because I wasn't aware that people will easily guess my story, you know, or, you know, have a little gist of it. I wasn't aware. And I'm letting you know that you need to be aware, because that will help big time. So you won't feel as though people can't read you, because they can, sis or bro. And it's discernment, you know, as well. So because I'm telling you this, you don't even need to know everything. You will just know from me warning you that people will read you. And that is a gift. I'm telling you, that's a big gift. And I love you. I'm just telling you this. People will read you for filth. They will read you for filth, and I'm just preparing you for that filth. Okay? And as long as you know that, it will be great. It will be great, because you can still be proudly from your pre-sheltered life and be like, okay, I know people reading me at this point. At least you know, so you can maneuver. When you don't know and you just out here maneuvering, it's chaos, because people will try to use you and all this stuff. And it's okay for you to learn little by little, you know, or progressively, who's using you, who doesn't really want to be around you, all of these things. But as long as you know that the possibility is there for the reading of the filth, it's great, you know? And I'm so passionate about this because nobody told me. And they're not going to tell you, sis. They're not going to tell you that they can read you for filth. That's another point. So, in the end, you need Jesus to do everything. I'm so serious. You need God to do everything. All this advice, you will have different opinion. You will have in college. Go to the source. Go to the source. These college vlog videos that you're watching, it's fine. It's fine, sis. But at the end of the day, go to the source. These career things you're watching, it's fine. Learn about, you know, fields you want to be into, all of that stuff. But it all goes to the source. It really does. So that's just my advice for y'all, sheltered, pre-sheltered, going into college, freshmen. I'm here to tell you nobody told you. And I'm here to tell you that the gullibility has left the building. And it will leave for you as well. And I will be clapping in the back of your head when it does. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful, freeing feeling. And it will leave, you know? And you're not going to be as fearful as you was before in terms of your confidence, your personality. You're going to grow so beautifully. It's not going to even be funny. Like, it's going to be an amazing experience overall. Even though you will go through some hiccups, because, listen, everything comes with a challenge. Challenges come with failures, you know. But I'm here to help you prevent some of those heartbreaks a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. When it comes to boys, relationships, all that stuff, please go to your maker. Everything that's written is true. Stay true to yourself. Grow, but stay true to yourself. Don't copy nobody. Please. I think I have to make another video. I love y'all. So please subscribe to my channel. I think I'm gonna have to make a part 2 or something, because I don't think I'm done. My beautiful people, I don't think I'm done. And I'm so glad about y'all first year, y'all first freshman year. Do y'all thing, you know what I'm saying? Kill it. Be confident. People will try to tear you down, especially when they can sense that you might not be experiencing life that way. Be confident. It don't matter. And so be confident in whatever you're telling, so whatever God is telling you. So that being said, have a beautiful first semester. Stay focused and do y'all thing. Y'all gonna blossom, I'm telling you. So bye, Tweety. Oh, I changed the name. Bye, True. See you for me.